There was absolutely no chance in these 2 hours that we were going to make this law clear to you. Because as Chris pointed out, it is a horribly written law. It is filled with vagueness, and the courts haven't ruled on any of this yet. So, I flew out from Washington, D.C. this morning for one specific purpose, which was to ask you this question. What do you all want to do about this?
Drain the swamp.
Good luck. Let me know how that goes. There are a number of industries in California that are currently working with the state legislature to try to get changes to this law. You could be one of them. If this is what you wanted to do, IEEE-USA is in a position to help you do that. A couple things have to happen though. First of all, you have to make the decision quickly. It is already mid-November and people are already talking. And, you know, the legislature is going to be back in session in a couple, month or so, so we're going to have to move fast. The decision is not just if you want to try to change the law, the question is also what we want to change it to, which is going to take a certain amount of time to figure out. So, we don't need an answer here tonight, because of course there's a lot more people we need to talk to than just in this room, but if you would like to go down this road, talk to Brian, talk to Tom, say we would like to do this. Now,
I would like to do this.
Why don't you take a vote?
oh, 1 second, we will in just a second, because I got to tell you the other side of the story, which is, if you want to do this, no, not necessarily. You need to do this. I am a registered lobbyist in Washington, D.C. I am not a lobbyist in California. I could, in theory, become one, but that's complicated. Plus, IEEE-USA represents the entire country, and I'm representing 180,000 people. I can't live in California for 6 months to get this done. If you want to do this, you personally are going to have to do the work. Meeting with legislators, making phone calls, sending letters, doing the thinking. I can help, I can organize, I can help you structure things, but you guys are going to have to do the heavy lifting.
Wouldn't the measure process be simpler?
I'm sorry?
The measure, putting forth that measure.
Proposition.
Ballot measure.
Oh, yeah, it is simpler if you got $10 million. Sorry?
That IEEE-USA thing.
Repeat the question.
Make you an employee of this.
Yes, our legislators themselves.
Yeah. Good luck with that too. You can do the referendum route. It's not that difficult to get a referendum on the ballot in the state of California. It is very difficult to win. And California is an extraordinarily expensive state to do that sort of stuff in. And so I would suggest before you go that route, here's the thing. I called the sponsor of the bill about a month before the bill passed and said, explain to me what this is going to do to technology engineers. And the chief of staff very helpfully said, nothing, because we exempted them. And I said, well, you exempted state licensed engineers. And she said, yes. I said, you realize that very few engineers are licensed. I don't think your legislature knew what they just did.
I'm shocked.
And I think, I didn't want to upset you with anything, but yes, no, this happens on occasion. I don't think it will take very much for a group of Silicon Valley engineers to go to Silicon Valley politicians and say, this bill has put tens of thousands of California jobs at risk. The very jobs that make California innovative and make Silicon Valley Silicon Valley. By the way, Apple just took 5,000 of our jobs to Texas. Texas is trying to take all of us. Pittsburgh is trying to take all of us. It will solve the housing problem. I don't think this is going to take $10 million. I don't think it's going to take a referendum, but it's going to take a lot of phone calls and a lot of visits. So with that, there are like 12 minutes.
One thought, so couldn't the IEEE help by creating a license for engineering degree or something?
Let me ask you something as well. It has to be state licensed. So the state bureaucrats have to decide what information you need to know to be a computer programmer. How do you think that's gonna go? And this has come up, by the way. And Silicon Valley companies very specifically said, we don't want a license because we're too fast. You guys are too quick. Yeah, and there's the industrial exemption as well. So the license thing is not gonna work very well.
Okay, Tom, are there other groups in California, mechanical engineers, whatever, that have the same problem? And can we associate with them and learn from them? Do you have other?
Yeah, actually, I think that it would be great for all of us to get together, and approach our legislators, talk to them about it. If we can just get even the legislators in the Bay Area and then elsewhere in California, where we have consultants networks, for example, pull in not only the electrical engineers, but the mechanicals, aerospace, anybody else. Yeah, right. And come, and get people active. I think they'll listen to us.
Maybe that's what you guys can do.
We could substitute.
To find out if there's other networking groups that you can tie us to.
Well, we can substitute, footwork for money.
Yes.
In other words, taking the effort to write letters, go visit your legislators. They all have offices.
Well, but
Local
the town
offices.
halls, I mean, why don't we organize when we go storm Roseanne in the town hall or something?
You can do that. I mean, yeah.
It's not Rocana, just state legislators. Keep that in mind.
Oh,
You can go talk to Rocana about it, but he's gonna say it's not my fault.
Yeah, it's a state.
And it's not.
State.
Oh, yeah, well, insert legislator's name there, why can't we go and storm their shit?
That's what he's proposing.
Why can't you, I mean, but we didn't help Dora individually, we're not gonna do
First,
that, right?
go and ask politely. Second, we storm the town hall.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
Okay, so something we can do to wrap this up, we can have a follow-up email to see who might be interested in stepping in for something like this. I mean, this is definitely a commitment. And I think it's pretty clear that, if you look right here, a licensed engineer, okay, that's what they thought. They didn't know what they were doing, and we need to do something about it, bottom line. So,
Grab my card if you're interested.
thank you. So I'd like to thank all of our participants tonight. We've got a little freebie for them with a little phone charger. So thanks, everybody. Everybody.